Hey guys, so today is going to be a different kind of video. I am curled up in my blanket right now because it is currently freezing in my house. I don't know how, but somehow my house got up to 59 degrees. Yeah, today I'm going to film 5 things that I wish I knew going into nursing school. This is my first semester of nursing school. I am a junior, and usually you start your nursing school and your nursing program going into your junior year. So yes, this is my first semester of nursing school. You know, going into the program, I wish I had been a little bit more prepared and kind of knew what was going to be thrown at me, because quite literally they throw you into the program and kind of just like leave you there and see like if you struggle or if you're able to cope with the new type of learning. And I think they do that kind of purposely because, you know, within the first couple weeks you do have people that drop out. And in my specific program we started out with 38 people, and then by midterm, which is right now, we have 31 people. So unfortunately some people did drop out, but the ones that stuck around were all hanging in tight right now. So yes, today I'm going to go through and tell you the 5 things that I wish I knew going into my semester of nursing school. And if you're watching this, hopefully you're thinking about going to nursing school, you're already in nursing school, and you're reaching for someone that feels the same way you do, because trust me honey, I feel the same way. We all need help. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell you the 5 things you need to the 5 things you need to know, and hopefully this helps you out or gives you some perspective of what's going to happen when you are going into the nursing program. Okay, so for a quick start, for starters, if you aren't aware, I believe this is for everywhere, but for nursing you have to apply to the physical nursing program, and actually getting into the program is a big deal. It is very competitive, and it's very competitive, very hard to get into, and so once you're in it, you know, that's awesome. And as long as you make it through, as long as you're passing, you know, you're doing good. And by the way, I'm sorry that my face looks like really orange in this camera for some reason. I think it's my light up here, but it's making it look like my face doesn't match my neck, and I promise you it does, at least a lot better than what this is making it look like. Like I said, it's freezing in my house, so I needed to pop on this jacket. I love this jacket, by the way. It has like little thumb holes. Okay, anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's start with number 1. Number 1, which to me, when I went in there and I noticed this, and the teachers were talking about it, I was taken away, like I didn't know this happened. So at my particular nursing program, we have a totally different grading scale. I know at most universities you either have the A, B, C, where A is a 4.0 and a B is a 3.0, or you have the plus or minus, where an A plus is a 4.3, and you know, then you go down to an A, which is 4.0, and an A minus, that's a 3.7. And mind you, to some people grades aren't important, but you know, I like to know what grades I'm getting, and if you do have a grade scholarship, this is going to greatly impact it. So our nursing program, the grades that you get are a lot different than the university grading. So okay, sorry about that. Today is just not my day, but my camera temperature just got too hot, so it shut down on me. Yeah, so our grading scale is super obscure in my opinion. So basically what we have, there's no plus or minuses, so there's not an A plus. There's plus or minuses, but there's not an A plus. So an A is anything from a 96? Yeah, 96 to 100. So that's how you get an A. And if you want an A minus, that is from 94 to 95, that's an A minus. And then a B plus is from a 90 to a 93. So as you can see, an A at most universities is actually a B plus in the grading scale for nursing school, and that's a 3.5. So that's just something to think about. Like, the grading is going to be very different, and the way that my nursing school is set up, we take all NCLEX style tests. So all the questions are multiple choice, and if you're familiar with NCLEX style questions, they are very you have to apply your knowledge. So they're not just asking you what is blah, blah, blah. It's going to be like, the nurse notices the patient has X, Y, and Z symptoms. What steps should the nurse take? You know, things like that. And then there's select all that apply questions. We have to select all that apply for the answer, and you know, you get my point. Like, it's not easy to get that. So that was something that kind of took me back, but it only really propelled me to try to get the best that I can. And a lot of your teachers are going to tell you that it's not possible to get all A's in nursing school. And mind you, to get into nursing school, you need to have really good grades. Like, I had awesome grades going into nursing school, but it's kind of like once you're in nursing school, you can't, you know, not a lot of people are going to be able to achieve that. So it kind of just makes you work harder, you know? All right, moving on to number 2. It's my spring break, by the way, so that's how I'm able to film stuff. Number 2 is how long you are actually, okay, I don't know how to phrase this, but you have long hours in nursing school. You have clinicals that you're gonna have to be at. I have to be at my clinicals at 6 o'clock, and I live an hour away from my clinicals, so I have to wake up at 4, leave by 5, get there at 6. And all of my classes start at 8 a.m., but I have a really long commute, so I have to get up at 4. And then once you're at school, you know, depending upon how many credit hours you take, that takes, you know, let's say until 1 or 2. Actually, I have lab that goes until 4 some of the days. And then when you get home, you're gonna have to be studying. You know, I study until I'm ready to go to sleep. So all day long, I am committed to nursing and, you know, the learning involved. So that might be something to think, that might be something to think about. When you're looking at it, you know, there's a lot of people in my classes that actually have families, and they are able to balance their family life and their school life. However, they have told me that it's been kind of like an adjustment period. You know, it's a high stress, quick environment, so it's something that you might have to adjust to. Also, the clinicals, my clinicals are 8 hours long, and that was also something I didn't know. Like, I know that you work up to that, you know, you're gonna be working 12-hour, 14-hour shifts. So, I don't know, I just wasn't too prepared for that. And the first day I went in, it was a long day. It was a really long day. I was given a patient, and I got to spend, you know, the whole day caring for this patient, and it was awesome. But yeah, you be prepared that when your first semester, you're gonna be tossed in there working with patients for 8 hours or 6 hours, whatever your program does for your first semester. And just be prepared for those long hours, you know, bring your snack, be hydrated, stay hydrated. I almost fainted the first day because it was really hot in there, and I just wasn't drinking, I wasn't hydrating enough. So yeah, they had to feed me ice chips, and I was horrified, and I won't let that happen again. So 3 is when you are coming in, you are expected to know a bunch of medical jargon. Now, this isn't something that you're graded on, but a lot of the teachers and a lot of the students, most of them used to be CNA, so they are kind of familiar with this jargon. And by the way, a CNA is a certified nursing assistant, so you're not going to school for it, you're just getting certified. And you do go to CNA school, I think. But yes, there's a lot of jargon that they kind of use. So the first week I went in, my teacher was using the word ambulate. And a lot of you might be thinking, girl, you don't know what ambulate means. But no, I didn't know what ambulate means. And my teacher was talking about it nonstop. And I was like, I have no idea what this means. So I had to look it up, you know, just to understand what she was talking about. It means walking. Dogs are going crazy. So yeah, there's just some words that you might want to catch up on, you know, have a medical dictionary. I have one on my iPad so I can look up what my teacher's talking about if I don't know what she's talking about. So yeah, keep up with your medical jargon. There's no, you know, the more you look up words like on your worksheets, in your book, you know, looking up what these words means, the more that your jargon is going to increase. And, you know, your vernacular is just expanding, and eventually, you know, you'll know everything. Just kidding, there's too much to know. Okay, next. Number 4, nursing school goes by so fast, so fast, and you don't even realize it. So the first week we went in, the first week was kind of slow because you don't really know anybody and you're just kind of adjusting yourself. But then after that, we had our first test was in the second week of school. And I don't think anybody was prepared for it. Like I said, it's an NCLEX style test. We have 3 tests a week. Sometimes we have 4 tests a week. Sometimes we only have 2 if we're lucky. But yeah, it goes by so fast. So once you're done studying for one test, you know, you got to move on to the next one. And you just have to really be prepared. Know your studying strategies. Know how to manage your time wisely. You need to pay attention in class so that, you know, you're not studying as much outside of class. And you can do like A, B, C. Like, I'm going to study A for this amount of time. I'm going to study B for this amount of time. And then tomorrow I'm going to work on only C. You know what I mean? And it just goes by so fast. Like, when you think you have a second to breathe after a test, you take a test and then the next day you're gonna have another test. So it goes by so fast, so you really need to be prepared, you know, whether that be before class, you need to be prepared for what you're going over that day. You need to have your studying techniques down. You know, the first couple tests might be the kind of thing where you're learning the best way for you to learn, but you know, that might also negatively affect your grade. If you want a video on how I manage nursing school and how I study, let me know. I have a really good technique. A lot of my friends actually adapted this technique. What does that mean? Oh, that doesn't mean it's not saving to my memory card. But yeah, so you need to have your studying technique down. You need to be prepared. It's a very quick, and before you know it, you'll be graduated. Hopefully. I'm not graduated yet though, so. All right, 5. This is a good one. It's not a negative one. Sorry if those seem negative, but you gotta know that before you go in. So 5, I didn't know how nice people were gonna be. And I don't just mean the students. Like, yes, the students are very nice, opening and welcoming. You know, you kind of have to be. If you want to be a nurse, you need to be able to talk to people. You need to be able to converse easily with people and understand and be empathetic towards people. But the professors are amazing. The professors truly care about you, and they care about your grades. You know, you're the next generation of nurses, and these professors have been nurses for some of them for like 40 years, you know? And so they're trying to teach you how to follow in their footsteps, but in a better way. You know, nursing is an ever-evolving profession. And so, you know, they care about you and they care about their profession. All the teachers are open. You know, don't be scared to talk to a teacher and ask for help. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but failing in my nursing school is a 77. So if you get a 77 or below, you're technically failing. And that's something that's a little hard to grip onto because normally that's a C+. But if you are failing in my nursing program, if you get a 77 or below on a test, the teachers are willing to talk to you and help you and actually study with you a little bit to help you be prepared for the next test. So yeah, I didn't know how opening everybody would be, but everyone's so nice. You make the best of friends. I've only been in there for half a semester and I feel like I've made lifelong friends already. Those are my 5 things that I wish I knew before going into nursing school. Hopefully this helps you some bit. You know, if you have any other questions you want to ask me, any other videos you want me to do, if you want to know my studying techniques, I can tell you that as well. Yeah, so just let me know if you have any questions. I can help you. If you're looking to go into a nursing program, I can also help you with that if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. And until next time, bye!